What's going on, people? Welcome to Thursday Call. I am your host for tonight, and you guys are in for a treat because we're going to be talking about a subject a lot of people have no idea that exists. And it's an actual industry that is generating a lot of millionaires for those players that know how to play the game. So, we're here to show you guys another way, to show you guys a way that is different, more simpler than the actual 9 to 5, than the traditional business, than the traditional route, because most people don't know. And most of the jobs in today's world are changing. Everything is evolving. Tell me, the job system, the school system is still staying behind. But a lot of people are stepping up, a lot of people are making changes, and so we also have to make changes. So in today's world, you can't tell me that there's influencers and there's people in social media making millions and we can't do the same. That is a myth, and most people think we have to stick to the traditional. But that's only because of our subconscious behaviors and how we've been programmed. So tonight, I'm gonna show you guys something huge, something amazing. So please pay attention, get your notebooks, because you're gonna be in for a treat. So I'm gonna share my screen, guys, and we're gonna get started right now. All right, let me know if you guys can see my screen. Boom, share audio. Boom. Can you guys see my screen? Perfect, perfect. I appreciate you guys for participating, for being here with me. It is an honor for me to be able to give you guys as much value. So when you guys give me an actual response and be there with me in the actual chat, it really gives me a thing where I can give back to the people that are here with us. So I'm gonna share here and start presenting. So today we have this amazing team that we work with, True Legacy. This is my mentor, Simon, and his mentor, Mingwei, are good brothers. They're 32 years young. They're doing very well. I don't like to make money claims. So at the end of the day, it is an amazing time right now to be able to take a look at this opportunity, because it is gonna be able to create millionaires if you put in the work. I'm not gonna overhype it. I'm not gonna over tell you that this is gonna be easy, because it's not. It's not for the faint of heart. So if you got a weak mindset and if you need to stick to the traditional, please keep doing that. And whenever you feel you're ready to step into something different and that you want coaching, you want guidance, and you want to see another way, come back to us and we'll be able to show you. So in today's session, we're going to be talking about the dual presentation, which is our amazing products from Japan that are changing people's lives all over the world. And then also we're going to be talking about how you can discover how to earn 5 to 10K monthly without having this crazy effort, where it's more about the value you're given to the marketplace than the actual time that you're trading for money. Because most people are used to trading time for money, and that is why they cannot kind of comprehend and see how something can be more about value. So if I'm bringing in value, so if you're not going to bring value, you might have months where you don't get paid. And so most people can endure that and they quit. So this is not for the faint of heart. So if you got the mindset, and if you're ready to take over, then come and join us and we'll be able to show you guys a different way. And then also the last one, it's basically goes in hand with what I just mentioned, breaking free from the 9 to 5 rat race, because a lot of us are stuck there because it's a subconscious behavior. We saw our parents doing it, so it tends to replicate that. Okay? So here I wanna kind of just break it down real quick. So I always like to ask you guys a favor, to put your business hat on and your investor hat on and your opportunity lenses on. Why? Because Mr. Robert Kiyosaki talks about this in his Cash Flow Quadrant book. There's 4 categories in ways that we can produce income in the world. Either you're an employee, you have a job, you're trading time for money. The second one, which happens in the same category type, you're just self-employed. You own a job, you're probably the owner of your cafe, you're probably the owner of your barbershop, but you have to be there for you to produce. So it's still time for money. In the other side of the quadrant, there is business owners. So you own a system. When you're a business owner, you hire staff, you hire people, and then those people put in some work. And because of their 24 hours, because you only have 24 hours, so you get to actually leverage other people's 24 hours, and you get to pay them for their time for money. And now it's all about systems. So the second step to that, which is the fourth quadrant, is the investor. That's when you have the cash flow coming in and you have the ability to take your money and now put your money to work for you. That's when you own investment, because your money starts to produce money. So it's very simple, but some people don't really grasp it. So that's why I'm telling you guys and asking you guys the favor to put your business hat on and your investor mindset on and your opportunity glasses. You know how they got the Meta Ray-Ban glasses, the AI glasses and all this stuff? Now you have the ability to put in the opportunity glasses so you can see such an opportunity that can possibly transform your life if you put it into work. Okay, so let's get started, guys. So now we're going to be talking about this amazing company with its products, because now there is a term, I don't know if you guys hear this term lately, which is called biohacking. A lot of people are doing ice baths, a lot of people are doing saunas, a lot of people take the red light therapy. There is so many things in the biohacking movement, and it's a growing movement. But if you're biohacking, because when you biohack, it's literally you're trying to preserve, you're trying to not age as fast, and you're trying to get, whenever you get old, in an age where you can move, you can do things, and you're not sick, which is the thing that why people are biohacking, is the ability to eliminate toxins and to live in a healthy lifestyle. So because of that, if you don't have a K8 machine, which is the hydrogen water machine, the anti-aging machine, and then the M-Guard and other products that we have, but this is my major focus in tonight's call, you're really not biohacking. And I'm gonna show you guys why. So here we're showing you guys how to optimize your health, how to build wealth, and how to live freely and impact lives. That's why I keep doing this, because I already have the blessing. I already have my water. I've been drinking this water for the past 9 years. I got my M-Guard, I'm protected. I got my Anespa, I got my Ukon. I am a product of the product. So this is, it's your future, but it's also your move. So now I'm gonna tell you guys about why we chose Enagic. So Enagic is a 51-year-old company based out of Okinawa, Japan, and it's been established since 1974. So if you guys see, we actually got to go to the 50-year anniversary in June 24, and it was an amazing experience. Literally, we had about 9,000 distributors from different parts of the world all doing this business. And when you get to talk to so many different cultures doing this business, you expand your mind and you get to see that this company, it is truly global. And that's what I love about it. I am not just, I'm right now based in Colombia. I was in the US, in South Carolina. I lived there for about 26 years. And I moved back to Morocco. I started to travel. I went to Japan. I went to Malaysia. I travel all over Asia. And now I am in Colombia building one of the biggest markets. So at that time, when I was in Okinawa, we're actually representing the US, which is our biggest market. And we got 6A, me and my wife. So I'll show you what 6A means here in a few, but just so you can have an idea of how this works and how this company can truly bless you if you learn to work it. And when you look into the Japanese culture, you start to understand everything they do has a reason. So Enagic, that word Enagic is a Japanese word that only means energy and magic. And when you meet 9,000 distributors, that are all high on water, you feel the energy and you feel the magic. It's something crazy. You got to experience. You can't just tell people about it. That's why we encourage people to go to the conventions, to go and meet the distributors, because these events really drive the business. And now I'm gonna actually talk to you guys about what makes Enagic so special. And remember, if I'm talking to you guys about the company and the history and everything, is because you need to understand, if you're gonna join a business or you're gonna look at an opportunity, you wanna know the history of the company. Is it solid? Is it here to stay? Is it gonna run out? Is it gonna go bankruptcy? You know, how long has it been in existence? So this is the reason why I do it, so you guys are not in the blind. Because when you guys have clarity about anything that you guys are doing, you guys get to be able to operate in better terms. So this is why we partner up with Enagic, because it's a privately held company with more than 51 years, like I mentioned, OEM manufacturer. For those that know what OEM means, please put one in the chat, just so I can know what do you guys, if you guys are familiar with OEM, meaning everything is manufactured underneath one umbrella. Super powerful. We have numerous awards, the most famous ISO certifications, we got 3 of them. And this right here, 13485, it is the most important certification, because of this ISO, we can take our water and pass TSA and have water in the airplane. The only water that will pass TSA. This is huge, guys. Once I understood that, I really planted my flag in this business. And it's basically Dr. Hiromi Shinya, the American Anti-Cancer Institute, more than 6,500 doctors in Japanese Association for Adults and Disease Prevention. They use these actual products to be able to help people prevent and actually live a lifestyle that is changing people's mindset. Because either you're waiting to get sick and then you go to the doctor so he can cure you, quote unquote, or either you're gonna prevent and live a preventative lifestyle. And this is why I love the Japanese culture, because they're all about prevention. And we have the revolutionary EMF harmonizing technology, which I am super excited about in today's market. I'll be able to share with you guys here in a few. And the incredible business opportunity affiliated with the Global Patented Compensation Plan. So this is something that I'm going to emphasize on once I get to this portion, especially for those that are with us that wants to take a look at the business model and that wants to see if they can have a career change. Because a lot of people don't know what they don't know until they can see it. And that's what my job is tonight, is to be able to show you guys a truly amazing opportunity. Let's go. So this is an unmatched global presence. This is huge, guys. Look, in the 51 years that we've been in operation, more than $10 billion in sales revenue. Can you guys say wow? Like, put wow in the chat if you guys agree. Because of that, look at this. We have paid out $5 billion in commissions to distributors like me, like Ryan, like Maggie, like everybody that is doing this business with us. And we have 29 countries so far and 44 locations. And guess what? We're always expanding and growing. And if you think about it, even where we don't have a location, we're actually able to make sales. So we are serving over 173 countries worldwide. That is huge, guys. And now I am in Colombia, building one of the biggest markets right now to open up the office in Colombia. So that's how huge it is, because I get to see that full long-term vision, and that's what I want to project into you guys, because it's all about having a vision, believing in it, and passing it forward, because it doesn't do me well if the vision is for me. I believe the vision is for we, and I'm in it for you guys so you guys can win. So if you want to see why this is an amazing business, I'm going to show you why, because that's the point that I get to talk about this amazing Enagic products. Because this is the main powerful product line that we have. We have some other stuff for certain markets, but this is what we have internationally. We got the K8, we have the M-Guard, the Enespa, and the Ukon. On another call, I'll be able to talk to you guys about the Enespa, for example, or the Ukon supplements, which is the most powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammation supplements you can have. They're made in the blue zones in Okinawa with the best turmeric that you can find in the world. So this is huge. And so in tonight's call, my intention is to show you guys what is the K8, why the market needs the K8 and the water machines that we have, and why the MGuard is causing a revolution worldwide. Okay? All right, guys. And if you guys see me pumped up, is because I am. You know, I'm on this water. This water gives me so much energy, and I'm just so excited and so passionate to be able to share this stuff with you guys. So what you would learn today, for those that are with us in the call, for the people that invited you, is because they want you to know what is Kangen water for you and your family, and for your market, and for your communities. What is MGuard? How MGuard can change your life, can help you sleep better, can help you protect you in your blood, which I will show you guys that too, and how you can earn high commissions using our platform. This is amazing, guys, because we're not talking about a cheap product. So since it's a high commission product, high ticket is what they call it, it has a high commission compensation plan. So I'll be able to share that with you guys. So that's what you guys gonna get ready for. So please take notes, mental notes, write them down, and please put them in the chat if you guys are able to kind of reciprocate. If you guys have any questions, any things that you want the people to know, or if you have any doubts, please put them there. I'll be able to take them along as I am presenting my call. So medical grade anti-aging water. Where did this idea generate from? So if you look here on the right, these are the blue zones. I don't know if you guys seen that documentary in Netflix that talks about the blue zones. And for example, in Okinawa, Japan, Hunza Valley, Pakistan, the Mecca, Lourdes, France, there's so many. And what they have in common when they started to study it, because before it was all superstitions, people from those regions would say they have ancestral healing waters. These water help people cure from a lot of chronic disease, but they didn't really understand it. So science about 100 years ago started to see why these waters were helping people. It was because of the active molecular hydrogen. I don't know if you guys heard of molecular hydrogen before. If you guys have, please put one in the chat, which is H2 water. I know a lot of people know about alkaline water. That's kind of famous, especially in the US. But hydrogen water and molecular hydrogen water, it is the real deal. It's called ERW. Exactly. Well, in this case, bro, it is H2. The O goes out the other faucet, so it gives us water that has pure hydrogen. And I'll talk to you guys a little bit, because remember, if we're looking at this as a business opportunity, if you're going to present it to your clients and to your marketplace and to your actual communities, you want to be able to show them why these machines are high-end machines. This is a medical device. So I can't just skip on these important subject, because it's super important for you guys to understand why these water are changing people's lives, why people are feeling better. And guess what? I'm not making no medical claims. We can't make medical claims. All I'm saying is what is done for me, what is done for my family and friends and the people that I care about. So the Japanese, what they did, they were able to create a machine that is able to replicate these blue zones. So literally you have a anti-aging, the fountain of youth in your home. And I call it an ATM machine. And I'll show you guys why I call it an ATM machine. All right. So this fountain of youth is changing people's lives. So this is how the machine looks. We have other models, but this is the flagship. This is the top of the top. This is the Rolls Royce of water machines right now in the market. So 3 things that you want to know about Kangen water. So the word Kangen, it's a Japanese word again, and that word means return to origin. It's Kangen. So once you understand Kangen, first you'll understand that it's comprised of anti-aging properties, which is antioxidants. I don't know if you guys heard this before. Water that can have antioxidants, that's because of the molecular hydrogen that I just mentioned. The second one is the alkalinity, the pH. Very important. A lot of people talk about like pH is not as important. Yes, if it's chemically induced, if it's chemically made through unorganic minerals, baking soda, stuff like that, then it really doesn't matter. It's not going to change your body and make it alkaline. But if it has the anti-aging properties, the antioxidant level, it has that negative charge, and that's why it's alkaline, it will have an effect positively in your body. And then the last property about this amazing Kangen water, it is cellular hydration and the ability to detox the body. Okay, so I'm gonna talk to you guys about all of it. So first, remember, why do you guys hear about this water having antioxidants? I don't know if you guys heard that, like if you have blueberries, green tea, all these things, they have antioxidants. So when you look at an apple and you cut it in half, or an avocado, and it gets brown, what is that called? Can somebody put in the chat? That's called oxidation. That's when something starts to age and it starts to rot. So when you look at oxidation in a live tissue, which is our skin, that is called aging. So we're oxidizing, we're aging. That's how you can say it. But when we look at what Dr. Filter said, he says drinking a glass of living Kangen water rich in hydrogen has more antioxidants that you can consume in fruits and vegetables in an entire day. So meaning, look at the thing in the bottom. 1 glass of Kangen water equals to 5 pounds of blueberries or 32 cups of green tea. So imagine you have to chug 32 cups of green tea to get what is in 1 cup, 16 ounce of 9.5 Kangen water. That's huge. That's why he says that, because he understands there's no way for you to consume that many antioxidants from fruits and vegetables. And since this is in a liquid form, it's able to penetrate your body. And then we have these actual meters. It's like a detector type of deal where we can measure the water or the liquids if they're oxidizing, if they're aging us, or if they have antioxidant properties. So right here, this is the chart. This is the chart that you guys want to understand, because there's pH chart, there's oxidation chart, all of these different charts that you can find. But when you look at the oxidation chart, anything that is a positive number, you want to stay away from you. It's going to make you older. When you have something on the negative number, it's going to keep you youthful. It's going to keep you younger. So that's why we're telling you about Kangen water, because it passes the spectrum all the way to the negative 600 and above. So let me show you guys here about the second property. And I'll have a quick video that will play the demonstration. That way you guys can see it live and how it works. But I always like to give you guys clarity, so when you guys watch the demo, you guys understand what you're getting into. Because it's important. If you're going to invest in this technology for your health and want nothing to do with the business, totally fine. We'll show you how, but this is why you need to invest. And if you're somebody that sees the opportunity in a business, you need to understand this, because this is something that will become your tools later on. So the second property, it is the alkaline. Alkalinity, in this case, alkalinization. How can something alkalize our body? So Dr. Otto Heinrich Walbert, he got a Nobel Prize in 1931. Imagine, a long time ago, about close to 100 years ago. And this guy, he says, no disease, including cancer, can exist in an alkaline environment. So meaning, cancerous tissues are acidic, and highly and healthy, good tissues are alkaline. When the mother is pregnant and the baby is inside the fluid, that fluid, it is alkaline fluid. That's crazy, guys. That is not even crazy. It's amazing how we're created. We're such an complex beings that it's, once you understand how the body is made and you start to feed it and give it the right things, it will start to operate and keep you younger. That's what we're trying to tell you here. So I'm gonna move forward, and just to put in perspective, I have here some organs that just to show you guys, like the brain, anything that is 7 is neutral, anything that is orange and back here is acidic, anything that goes above 7 is alkaline. So the brain 7.1, the brain is alkaline. The lungs 7.4 to 8.2, alkaline. The kidneys 7.5, the heart 7.4, the intestines 8.0, the bones 7.4. That's why a lot of people, when they're super acidic, that's called acidosis. When people are in a state of acidosis, the body will start to rob your bones from calcium to be able to turn the acidosis back and to neutralize and to put the body in homeostasis. So basically alkaline water, and not just alkaline water, the Kangen alkaline water helps balance your body's pH, which tends to be acidic to the diet and to the acidic foods, stress, environment, toxins, all of the above, chemtrails, everything, you know, Pop-Tarts, if you're drinking Kool-Aid, like all this stuff, acidic and also sugary foods, all of that causes acidity in the body. So when you actually neutralize it with 9.5, you're actually helping your body to function better and to detox. Third property, and I'm gonna show you guys the video. So please bear along. If you guys have any questions, put them in the chat so far. So since we're 70% water, we're like a walk-in glass. Look at the brain. Brain is 75% water. Blood is 83%. The heart is 79%. Bones is 22%. Imagine something that is solid, it is 22% water. The muscles, 75% water. Liver, 85% water. Kidneys, 83% water. What kind of water you're giving your body? When was the last time you changed your car's oil? And when was the last time you're actually changing your water from your body with water that can actually go into the places and detox the bad water and pee it out? Almost never. Why? Because when you drink regular water, you're only hydrating 15%. Because look at the molecules. If you see them right here, this is the molecule of regular filtered water, tap water, all the waters above. It basically groups up in the molecules from 15 to 20 molecules. So it's huge. It cannot penetrate the walls, and the cell walls, it won't be able to enter. When you look at a water that is restructured through the electrolysis process, through the water machine, now you have water that has a hexagon shape that is 5 to 6 molecules. When you look at the cell, the actual body cell, the walls that it has, they're made from 6 molecules. Anything that is bigger than 6 molecules won't penetrate the walls of the cell. So meaning you cannot hydrate the cell. With this water, you can hydrate it molecularly. Faster absorption, better hydration, and then also greater nutrient delivery to the cell level. When you're taking supplements, all of that stuff, you're gonna be able to actually give it to your cell. So Dr. Hironi Shinya, this is a famous doctor. He is the inventor of the colonoscopy and the endoscope as well. And he says Kangen water is a water rich in alkalinity, and it is considered the best water to drink because of its incomparable power of hydration, detoxification, and antioxidant. And I'm gonna show you guys a little bit about this doctor here in a few. But let's go ahead and watch this quick video. Please pay attention to this video because it's gonna sum everything up that I said, and it's gonna put it in one video so you guys can understand it more clearer. Let me know if you guys can hear it, please.
If your body's like a Ferrari, why not feed it with the highest quality fuel? You see, growing up as a competitive swimmer, I was always told to hydrate with bottled water or Gatorade. I want to show you what I've learned about why drinking these are causing more harm than good to our bodies. The Kangen water machine creates the only medical grade water in the world. It's immunity boosting, antioxidant rich, hydrogen filled water that promotes rapid recovery. The key to getting the win is starting with the most important W, water. I'm excited to share with you why all the top professional athletes are winning while drinking Kangen water. I'm talking athletes like Tom Brady, LeBron James, the Seattle Seahawks, the LA Lakers, and the New York Yankees, to name a few. Let's get started. This is an ORP meter. It's a device that scientists use to measure the antioxidants in a substance. If it's a negative number, that means it's good for us, like vitamin C, green tea, and cod liver oil. If it's a positive number, it speeds up aging and causes inflammation in the body, like bottled water, tap water, and sports drinks. Let's go ahead and test these substances. So the Gatorade is measuring at a positive 500 plus. Pellegrino, our bottled mineral water, positive 438. Ozarka, a positive 399. Our bottled alkaline Essentia water, still a positive 212. Now our Kangen water is a negative 720
Look at that.
and climbing. Let's talk about the alkalinity of this water. Kangen water ensures that your body remains at a healthy pH. These are pH drops, and when they're dropped into a clear substance, they change into one of these colors. If it's acidic, then it causes illness. And if it's alkaline, it promotes health. So as you can see, Gatorade, Pellegrino, and Ozarka are all pretty acidic, but Essentia looks pretty good. Let's take a closer look. I want you to turn to the back of your bottle and ask yourself,
Look at this
why does
right
it
here.
have all these added chemicals? All these added ingredients, sodium bicarbonate, magnesium sulfate, calcium chloride? That's because you can't bottle real alkaline water. They have to add toxic chemicals to it in order for it to be alkaline by the time you open it. And by the time Essentia hits your stomach, it isn't alkaline anymore. Quite frankly, it's dead water. Dr. Filter says that by drinking 1 glass of living hydrogen-rich Kangen water, you're consuming more antioxidants than you can possibly eat in fruits and vegetables in a day. The equivalent of 20 cups of green tea or 5 pounds of blueberries. Hydrogen is the most potent antioxidant in the world. It promotes longer endurance, faster muscle recovery, increases ATP production, anti-aging, and much more. Next focus, cellular hydration. What I noticed when I first started drinking the water is that I didn't feel bloated and full after drinking it. This is because your cells are hydrated on a molecular level, and 95% of the water is absorbed into your body before it even makes it to your stomach. This is because the water is microclustered, small ionized water. Kangen water helps you detox and absorb more nutrients such as vitamins, supplements, and your proteins. It'll enhance anything you put with it. If you're drinking any other water, you're only absorbing 15% of it. You're simply diluting all of your vitamins and supplements that you're spending your hard-earned money on. Check this out. This is one machine that makes 5 different types of water. I invite you to pause this page so you can see the unlimited uses of this machine. It's not just your drinking water, it's your everything water, providing a business opportunity that'll create financial freedom, tax write-off, credit building with affordable payment options. Kangen water is better for your health, better for your bank account, and better for the planet. It's game time. Are you joining the team?
Let's go, guys. So that is the power behind this amazing water, and this is a quicker demonstration that I'd like to show because of the sake of time. I want to respect everybody's time that is in this call because I do value my time and I don't want to waste yours and I don't want you to waste mine. So that's why I do these things. I look for the best way to add value so you guys can understand everything, have clarity, and whenever you guys want to make a decision, you guys can actually make an informed decision. So here, this is Dr. Shinya again. Remember, he is a chief of endoscope. He basically is the top. He has a medical center in New York. He's performed over 360,000 colonoscopies. So he understands the health of the gut. Like your gut health, it's super important. So here, look at this. He written so many books about the microbes, the microbe factor, the enzyme factor, all of this. And in his famous book, look at this. Drinking Kangen water can help cure obesity. This is huge, guys. A lot of people are obese because they cannot detox. They cannot detox the sugars, the toxins. And if your body cannot absorb the nutrients that you're putting into it, it's gonna hold it on as fat, as grease. And that's why a lot of people have a hard time to eliminate. So here, look at this. This is, he basically recommends to all his patients to drink Kangen water as his protocol. And if you see some of the test subjects that he's released, look, chronic constipation that is going into cancer. 3 months before, this is a 45-year-old female, breast cancer and chronic constipation. 3 months after, look at that colon. Inflammation, 3 months after. Chemotherapy, 3 months after. So I'm talking about, this is coming from a doctor. I'm not no doctor. I'm not making no claims or nothing like that. I'm just a passionate health guy that loves health, that loves this business, and that loves teaching people about it. Because I believe as we have the torch, it's our duty to pass it down and to give the other person the torch. And so if you join our team and you join working with us, you will get this type of actual system to be able to keep spreading the information to your people until you get to that point where you can learn how to actually present this information. So the books that talks about it, so many books here that, you know, Kill Cancer Not People. There's so many, like Change Your Water, Change Your Life book. This is by Dave. It's amazing stuff, guys. So we have plenty more, but this is some that I could fit here in the slides. So now I'm gonna tell you guys about a water that is so special because most people don't understand that they're consuming actually pesticides, herbicides, everything they spray in our food and vegetables. So when you look at this video, you'll understand the power of the machine. And then after that, I'll show you guys a quick video that shows you all the different functions about the machine, how you can use it, how it works. That way, when you get it, you'll know how to take advantage of the machine. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
Right now, what I want to focus on is actually the 11.5 strong Kangen water. So this one is actually so alkaline that it can emulsify oils and fats. So what we're actually going to do is I'm going to pour these in these cherry tomatoes that I have right here. I got these from a local grocery store. These are supposed to be organic. So let's go ahead and I'm going to pour the 11.5 Kangen water right there. Okay. And then on the other side, I'm going to go ahead and just grab some regular bottled water. I mean, I know most of you aren't using bottled water to, wash your fruits and vegetables, but that'll do. I'll go ahead and just pour that right there. Now, while these are soaking, I'm going to show you how this is actually working. So we already know that oil and water don't mix, and I'm using sesame oil because it's dark, it's really thick and greasy, and I want to show you guys, obviously this is a fact of life, right? We know that oil and water don't mix, okay? There you go, point proven. We've known that since, I don't know, middle school, high school, right? Science class. Now, the thing is your professor didn't know about the 11.5 strong Kangen water. Again, this water is so alkaline that it can emulsify and break down oils and fats. So we like to use it as a, pesticide remover, veggie wash, but you can also use it as a degreaser for your kitchen, laundry detergent, stain remover, everything like that, right? Here you go. Oil and water don't mix. Isn't that crazy, guys? So what happened here? This is not horchata, by the way. This is actually sesame oil broken down. The 11.5 Kangen water broke down and emulsified that oil. So if it could do that with dark, thick sesame oil, let's see what comes off our fruits and vegetables. Now remember, if you're using tap water to wash your fruits and veggies, you're not removing any of the pesticides. You're not removing any of the chemicals. You're actually just adding lead, lye, arsenic, fluoride, chlorine, pharmaceutical drugs, heavy metals, VOCs, basically all the contaminants and chemicals that are in our tap water, right? Check this out. Look what comes off your cherry tomatoes, or your produce, your strawberries, veggies, anything that you're cooking. Look at what comes off, just a handful of cherry tomatoes. Like, guys, first of all, I'm colorblind and I can still see this, okay? This is disgusting. Like, once I saw this, I couldn't unsee it. Like, you can't show me this and then me consciously go back to giving this to my family and eating it every single day. Google atrazine, okay? I'm not even gonna tell you guys about it. Go on Google, look up atrazine, look at what it does. What it does to the pests, it does the same thing to us humans. It attacks the reproductive organs, and it's now leading to ADD, ADHD, autism at birth, a lot more birth defects, low birth weight. I mean, the list goes on and on. We wonder why hormone levels are all out of whack today. We wonder why testosterone levels are at an all-time low, estrogen levels, etc. Do your research, look into atrazine, A-T-R-A-Z-I-N-E, atrazine.
Guys, when you guys start to look into this stuff, it is a whole rabbit hole, and you'll start to find out so many crazy things you'll be able to see. I think there was a study done on frogs where they put atrazine and they introduce it to them, and the male frogs becomes a female frog. This is crazy, guys. And so imagine what is it doing to the population if it's doing that to the pests, if it's doing that to the insects and to the actual animals. What is it doing to the reproductive system of the humans? It's important, guys, for you guys to understand this information. And so we have a water that can actually help you use it to prevent and to actually live a more sustainable life. So here I'm gonna share with you how this machine works. So it's a quick video, that way we can move on and talk about the AmGuard, guys.
to show you guys that the machine is actually touchscreen. It's super easy to use. Based on whatever button you press right here will be the water that it's producing for you. So remember, 9.5, 9.0, and 8.5 on the right-hand side, that's going to be your alkalized, antioxidant-rich Kangen water for drinking, for coffees, for teas, cooking, etc. Right? Now, on the top left-hand corner, what you'll see right here is clean water. It's neutral. It's not acidic. It's not alkaline. That's perfect for baby food, baby formula, taking medication, and also while you're eating a meal. Beauty water is right here. This is actually one of my favorites. So before I started using beauty water, I was actually pretty ugly, but now check it out. See? So this beauty water, just kidding. This beauty water is actually 5.5 pH. It's the same pH as your skin, same pH as your hair. It's fantastic. It's actually a leave-in conditioner, and it's also a toner. So for all you women that are wasting money on $30 water bottles of, basically pH water, this machine makes it for free. It's also very good for plants, house plants, all plants if you're into cultivation and agriculture. Now again, this bottom left-hand button will make the 11.5 strong Kangen, which you already saw for the pesticides and degreaser. But the 2.5, I really want to talk about this really quick because this is probably one of my favorites. This is a hand sanitizer spray, disinfectant spray. This will replace all of your household chemical cleaners. If you can smell this stuff, it smells like bleach. It smells like chlorine, and not just any chlorine, it smells very, very strong, right? This is 100% safe because all it is water. Here's one thing you can't do with your chemical cleaners and bleach. You can't do that. There's no way. I have a daughter, 7 months old, has the toys, has the play area. I can sanitize her stuff and feel perfectly safe. It's actually so safe that I use it with peppermint as mouthwash. You can use it with an eye infection, staph, mold, mildew, fungus, E. coli, salmonella, 99.9% of all bacteria. It's actually 100 times more effective at killing pathogens than bleach, okay? And you definitely don't want bleach and chemical cleaners under your kitchen sink. And amazing for people with eczema, psoriasis, cuts, scrapes, burns. If you want to do research on it, look up hypochlorous acid. It's actually used in over 1,000 different beauty products around the world. And guess what? My machine makes it for free. Now that you've watched this video, you have all the education and understanding on whether or not Kangen water is a good fit for you and your family's health lifestyle. The biggest thing I want to leave you with is to stop drinking plastic. If you can take one thing away from this video, stop drinking this. It's plastic, it's poison, it's no good. You want to get a machine. You want to be drinking Kangen water all day, every day. So everybody, keep calm, drink Kangen water, get rid of the plastic, stop adding to the problem, be part of the solution.
Guys, that is huge. When you start to see a machine that has more than 100 uses that you can go eco-friendly for your whole house. It's a tax deductible for a lot of people that are here learning about the business opportunity. It's a holistic healthcare system for your house. And it's the amazing part is once you have a machine in your home, you can never forget about it because you're always going to see it. Every time you go into your kitchen, you're going to get reminder about your business and about what drinking more water. So it makes you more conscious, it makes you more aware, and it starts to change your behaviors about water. So that's what it is, guys. And now I'll show you guys this quick videos because once you produce the water from the machine, it has these bubbles. And
so I just want to show you guys the world's most powerful antioxidant right here. This is molecular hydrogen. It's a H2 gas. As you can see, it's already disappearing as I put it up to the light. That's the cloud. They say drink the cloud, and this water represents and mimics healing waters around the world where people go and line up and drink these waters naturally. So what it does is it goes into the body. It's a free radical scavenger. It donates tons of antioxidants. It can penetrate all of your tissues instantly into the cells. It can boost your mitochondria. It helps with weight loss. It helps with sleep. It helps with skin. It helps with digestion. It helps break down free radicals, cytotoxic scavengers, and also gives your body an electric charge, a negative millivoltage, just like you would going outside touching your feet in nature. So all I have to do is turn this on, and every day I am drinking literally from the fountain of youth.
You guys heard it yourself, the fountain of youth at your fingertips. So 3 million people already use this machine worldwide. So it's something that is amazing. If you look at it, this is why the market needs what we have. If you think about it, you talk to 1,000 people, one or two of them might know. And that's probably in the US where we actually have these machines more. We have more, I think it's close to 500,000 units only in the US. So you guys can think about it. It's a lot of stuff. So guys, it is huge. I am about to finish, and I'll let you, David, say something. I think you want to say something, but let me finish this part here. Guys, look at this. So when you invest in a machine, you're not just investing in your health, that's the most important thing. And if you're looking at it as a business, this is why it's an amazing business, because you're solving a problem for people's lifestyle. And look at this. This machine saves the average family of 4 more than $3,000 per year. Look at all these chemicals that you have in your house. You're gonna eliminate them. You're not gonna buy chemicals anymore because you can produce your own cleaners, your own disinfectant, your own dishwasher liquids, toners, deodorant, fabric softener, mouthwash, antibacterial, and so many more, guys. So this is why, look at Essentia. This is one of the most expensive bottled water in the US. It's because it claims it's 9.5, it's alkaline, ionized, all these things. A 24 pack of this Essentia water is $34 in the US. And that's $3,400 that person would spend a year if they get enough to drink for a family of 4. And if you go at 15 years, you're spending $51,000. So imagine how much of the solution you're giving to the person, saying, okay, invest in this machine and you're gonna save this much money. Because if you're buying bottled water, you're literally just renting your water. That's it. Why not own the source? And this is what we're teaching you here. So take a look at this, take a picture, and let's keep it moving. So this is the future of the health in this industry, guys, because this is the next megatrend. I don't know if you guys seen megatrends like Blockbuster. If you guys are my age, when we used to go rent movies, now they have Netflix. You know, people that used to go into hotels, now they have Airbnbs. People that used to take taxis all the times, now you just go on your phone, go to an app and get an Uber. Even the food deliveries. So there's all these mega trends that are happening, and if we're not evolving with the mega trends, we're gonna be left behind. That's why these machines are the next mega trend for the household kitchen, to make an eco-friendly lifestyle that people can live. So take a look at some of the famous people. Eddie the Beast, this guy right here talks about it. I actually have a quick video that I can share with you guys. Look at this video. This is some of the athletes and
what is the best? What is the best drinking water on the planet? It's called Kangen water.
I've worked with everyone from the Yankees to the Boston Red Sox to locally with the Arizona Diamondbacks. I do a lot with the NBA, a lot of NFL teams. And
by the way, I own a Kangen machine and a Nagit 9.5 water. Filters through. They push out the acidity out of my water, and I have something that is alkaline.
Tom Brady, the GOAT. He had that machine for 19 years.
Kangen water. Is it Kangen or Kangen, whatever it is? I don't know, man, but it's got my skin.
Kevin Hart. I don't know if you guys saw the roast, but it was funny, man. And so this is why these people don't really talk about it, because the company will not pay them to advertise it. And so they believe in it because they have high-end people in their life that they pay a lot of money to tell them what to eat, what to drink, how to work out, how to live a better lifestyle, so they can what? Biohack. Like if you go into their house, they have all the things that will give you more life, because that's what they try to do with money. But when you don't take care of your health, sometimes you can have all the money in the world, but it really doesn't mean anything. So that's why we're telling you guys to live a preventative lifestyle. And here you can install it different ways everywhere you can think about. We actually have a format where we teach people how to install it to their liking for the high-end customers, the high-end clients, the people that are having mansions, all of this stuff. You have a certain way you want to install it so they can be pleasing. So this is what we want you to know, that this goes for the top elite people. They have this at the White House. Bill Gates has like 48 machines all over his places. So you can only think about it. It's not just for the average person. Like everybody needs this machine. And once they do it, you actually get to thank the person that really recommended this video or to learn more about it. So yes, guys, this is huge stuff. So now I'm gonna get to this portion of the call where I'm gonna be able to show you guys this vision that I have. Once I saw the M Guard, and I don't know about if you guys know the problems about EMF in today's world. It is a huge occurring problem. Like, I'm 37 and I've been exposed to EMF for the past, let's say, I don't know, I would say maybe less than 20 years. Because when I was young, we didn't have access to phones, tablets, computers, Wi-Fi. We had dial-up internet. I don't know if you guys know and remember dial-up, where you had to disconnect from the phone, the house phone, to be able to connect to the internet. Everything was wired. It was nothing Wi-Fi. Now everything is Wi-Fi. So there is all these side effects that are happening because of this digital world that we're living in. And so the M Guard, it is the first of its kind. It's a patented technology by Enagic, and it stands for electromagnetic guard. So it's this little black box. I'll be able to show you guys in a few minutes how it works and why the market is yelling out for it. This is selling like hotcakes in Asia. People are buying like 100 M Guards at a time. I saw this myself when I was in Malaysia. There was a group, maybe like 30 people from India, that bought 150 M Guards to take back. They were packing it in the luggages. They threw away like maybe, I think it was like 40 boxes because they couldn't fit the boxes. and it was amazing to see. So people are jumping on this like this. So it's our duty to expose the US market, Latin America, and the rest of the world, because it just opened up for the US market, for Canada, Mexico, and the US about maybe a year and some change. So it's so new. Like, you talk to 1,000 people, maybe 1,000 people don't know about this. So it's amazing. So it launched in 2023. There's over 40,000 units already sold worldwide. This is the technical guy that explains the in and out about this product. I got a chance to meet him in Malaysia. Really amazing guy. Me and my wife shared our story. It's amazing to see it. So when I saw this, I was like, I'm gonna be one of those first people to really take this opportunity to that next level, and to really be that first person, because in 20, 30 years, they're gonna remember me. Oh, that guy, he's one of the top people doing M Guard. Because I know people now that have been in this industry in the US for maybe 26 years that have been pushing Kangen water, and they're like millionaires, $300,000 a month. Think about that. The only difference is they knew about it before the market woke up. And so this is the opportunity that I'm sharing with you guys. It is a global launch, patented technology, and the science backs it up. And there's so much amazing information about this. Because the world is contaminated by technology. Do you guys agree? If you guys agree, please put one in the chat. And so since there's so much contamination, because if you see a pool that is contaminated, that is polluted, you would want to jump into this pool. It's not appealing. But when you can't see your home, how much contamination there's in your home, you really don't think nothing of it. But if you can see it, and we have detectors that can show you how contaminated your place, your Zen place, your place of resting is, you're gonna be freaking out. So because technology is everywhere, like the kids now have to do homework on their tablets, Bluetooth headsets, you got social media, you got the workplaces, people working now in front of computers for 8 hours, 12 hours a day. The airplanes now have technology, Wi-Fi, all these things, colleges, schools, we have vehicles, the electric vehicles guys now. So it is a concern. That's why Enagic stepped up, and they were like, no, we're gonna be here in the forefront of this technology to create and protect people from this harm. And that's why I love this company, because they go deep and beyond. They really want to add value to us. And so, because I've been with them for 9 years, so I understand. So if it's your first time being exposed, really thank the person that sent you this video, because they really, really care about you. So let's continue, guys. Here, I'm gonna show you a quick video that explains the harmful contaminants about EMF radiation and that shows you how we can actually protect ourselves, okay?
30 years ago, technology was celebrated for its promise to enhance convenience and connectivity. Today, while it has undoubtedly delivered on those promises, it comes with a new set of challenges. Our daily activities are now significantly exposed to the pollution from tech gadgets, a stark contrast to the relative tech-free environment of the past. Hi, my name is Simon Low, and I'm here to talk about electromagnetic radiation, also known as EMR, and what exactly it does to our bodies. Our everyday devices, while making our life easier, bombard us with electromagnetic radiation, EMR, that could be harmful. Constant exposure to EMR emitted from our Wi-Fi routers to our wearable technologies raises concerns about the long-term safety and wellness. This constant barrage is a modern form of pollution, pervasive yet imperceptible, enveloping us without a visible trace. Additionally, the World Health Organization, as we know as WHO, has classified radio frequency electromagnetic fields as possibly carcinogenic to humans, indicating that EMR has the potential to cause cancer. Healthcare professionals like Dr. Satvinder have weighed in on the potential side effects of EMR, citing how children are particularly susceptible.
The children's brain, like the hypothalamus, it tends to absorb 1.5 to 2 times more electromagnetic fields than an adult. But if you look at the child's bone marrow, it absorbs an amazing 10 times more electromagnetic radiation than an adult. The brain is much more absorbent, the skull is thinner, and because the relative size is smaller, if I give you the same dosage, your smaller tissues will absorb more than the bigger tissue. The first thing you have to do is keep the appliance that's emitting the radiation further apart from you, like handphones, off all power points when they're not in use. Number 3, you could use electromagnetic field harmonizers, which will balance out the radiation side effects from the appliance.
To that end, Dr. Satvinder recommends making use of electromagnetic field harmonizers that counteracts the effects of EMR on the human body. On the other hand, Professor Emerita at Trent University in Canada, Dr. Magda Havas, whose experience lies in the biological effects of electromagnetic radiation, has shown that EMR has a negative effect on the blood, the heart, the autonomic nervous system. This could possibly lead to symptoms like poor circulation, headache, fatigue, and even difficulty concentrating. Now that you have seen the true effects of EMR, you have a better understanding of how it can adversely affect your health, and let's take a closer look at how our bodies react to EMR. Our bodies are more vulnerable to the EMRs within the range of 30 to 300 megahertz, as we absorb the radiation a lot more, very much like a sponge absorbs water. When our bodies absorb EMR, they resonate with our vital organs and natural frequencies. Now this could potentially lead to negative effects on our well-being. This underscores the significance of managing our exposure. America's Federal Communication Commission, the FCC, has established limits on acceptable levels of EMR exposure. This is to safeguard the public health. Despite this, many electronic devices operate near or at these exposure limits, raising concerns about the cumulative effects of daily exposures in our life. Even if you can't touch, see, or even smell it, you need to know that EMR is always around, making it a persistent problem. In the following demonstration,
so in another exposure, guys, I'll be able to share with you this video that can show you the demos, how it works, because it's a lot of information, guys. And I just want to do it justice. I want to show you why this is important in the marketplace. If you decide to do this as a business model, why it will make sense for you. Okay, so just think about how many people right now do you guys start to imagine if they had a KA, if they had an M-Guard, and how it will impact their life. Put one in the chat if you guys think that way. All right, so now, exactly. So now let's look at Dr. Magda Havas. She is a specialist in the blood of the humans. So she does all these testings. So this right here, 10 minutes, it's a phone. Look at the blood. 70 minutes in the computer. And this how it should look if it's a healthy environment that is free from EMF. So whenever she calls it rouleau formation, and this evidence in the blood really shows how dangerous this EMF, even the non-ionizing EMF radiation, it is still very bad for our cells. It is going into the cellular level. And the dangers, there's a huge list. High risk of cancer. It basically affects the DNA and it does damage to it. It's higher risk of cardiovascular problems, hormonal imbalances. People can't concentrate. It's negative impact on sleep, oxidative stress and inflammation. So much information, guys, about EMF radiation. So here I also have more research linked to electromagnetic radiation exposure to oxidative stress. And it shows, and it's saying we're not just getting oxidized by not only what we eat and drink, like I shared with you guys in the section about Kangen water, but we're also, the environment around us, it's making us oxidize. It's making us age faster. There's an oxidative stress going on into the human body. This is huge, guys. It's something to really pay attention, especially if you have kids, if they're sleeping with the tablets, if they're playing video games, if they're near the Wi-Fi, all of these things. Tell me here, who turns off their Wi-Fi router every night? Please put 1 in the chat if you guys do it. Or put 2 in the chat if you guys don't turn it off. That's something, because that's one of the things they tell you to do, like turn off the Wi-Fi routers, unplug or maybe turn off the breakers of all the big things in your house, leave your phone charging in the next room, not in the bedroom. And how many people maybe sleep with the phone charging in there next to their ear? And I because I'm a product of that too, like I do that too. So when I now have an MGuard in my room, I can feel safe when I have the phone next to me, which, maybe I shouldn't, but at least I'm being protected. So that's what we're telling people. And this is why it makes sense as a business opportunity in today's market. How many people know about this problem, but don't know a solution? Look at this. We have more surveys that were done. This was 870 participants. They were exposed to EMF exposure. And look, 71% sleep problems, 64% fatigue, 61% concentrate, memory, learning problems, 60% stress, anxiety, headache, 52%. All of these that I just mentioned happen to affect the brain. So the EMF radiation, it's like an antenna, and it's vibrating, it's sending out signal, and that signal, the brain picks it up and the brain interacts with it. There's a resonance that happens in the brain. So once you understand that, that's why people have sleep problems, fatigue, learning problems, stress, anxiety, headaches all the time, because of EMF radiation. Who leaves their phone when they go to work or leave it at home? Nobody. So meaning the phone is the problem of this source. So look at what happened in France. This was top story, and they basically, France paused the iPhone 12 sales because it was having so much radiation levels. It was a concern, so they were like, you guys can't keep selling the iPhone. So now you go to France, you cannot find no iPhone 12. So it is there. Like all these news, you might not hear about them, but they're there. So there's a growing demand for a solution, and that's why I believe MGuard meets the growing needs in the market for a smart EMF protector. It's a protection that everybody needs. Think about it. Like how many people right now that that are addicted to social media, addicted to their phone, addicted to video games, addicted to TVs and Wi-Fi, working on their computer for 8 hours a day. So those are your customers. Those are your people. That means everyone. That's why I love this business, because you can talk to everyone and they would still need it, because it is for the humanity, because it's solving a huge problem. So introducing MGuard, this is how it works. It basically harmonizes from 3 megahertz to 1000 megahertz. That is the framework. It does 8 meters in diameter, 4 meters radius. So you can put it everywhere you are, when you're working, when you're sleeping, when you're having dinner with your family, if you're out and about, if you're at work, all of that. And the good thing is that this is demo able. You can actually show your clients how amazing this can harmonize their environment. You can go into their house, and you can have the detector, and you can literally show them how much radiation there is in their home. And once they see it, it's literally, this is how easy it is to sell this M-Guard. You go in with the detector, you turn it on, you show how much radiation, they start having an attention, they start paying attention to you, and then you plug the M-Guard, and then it goes away. And then you unplug the M-Guard, it goes back on. If I'm done, after I show you guys the business, if you guys stay here with me, I'll be able to show you guys the live demo about the M-Guard. How about that? Okay, awesome. Look at this. This is more research that we have done. This is a friend of ours. He's a 65-year-old man, and he did the 30 minutes on his phone. This is just his phone, M-Guard off, and this is 30 minutes on the phone with the M-Guard on. And look, night and day. This is amazing, guys. This is huge. It's a huge thing. When you see your blood like this, you'll buy a M-Guard right away. Look at this. Our team, there's four people in our team that actually went to a lab, and they did it too. Look, morning without food and water. Subject A, B, C, and D. 30 minutes playing the phone. Look at this. Look at subject A. Look, I'm a zoom in. Look at subject A, right? Look at how he was in the morning, and look how he got. That's crazy. That's why people get headaches. That's why people can't concentrate. And look, 30 minutes playing the phone with the M-Guard on. Look what happens to the blood. Look at that. Boom. It goes back to normal. So it's huge. The power of M-Guard, it is huge. And this is one of the patents too about this technology, is that it helps the microcirculation of the blood. And let me show you what I did too. And this is why I believe this is a powerful product that every home and every business person that does this business with us needs. Everybody, bro. Everybody. If you guys think about it, if they have loved ones, kids, themselves, older people, they need an M-Guard. So look at me. I did the same test. I actually, if you guys take a snap picture and then scan this later, you can see the video, or just ask me, I'll send it to you. Look at this. Morning, fasted state. Look at my blood. Look, 30 minutes playing the phone. That's crazy. Look, this is all rouleau formation. It loses the charge and it starts to stack. And look at 30 minutes after with the M-Guard off. I mean on. Boom, it goes back to normal. So this is an amazing technology, and that's why, guys, I talk about the holistic wellness product, the dual package. The dual package consists of the Kangen machine and the M-Guard. This is a device, these two devices, every family and every business owner that does eNagic with us needs to own these two products. And I'm gonna show you why in the business section, because it has a benefit for people. This is the must. Like if you look at all our products, this is the top two. I put them in the pillar of the products. We have amazing products. The shower system is an amazing product. You know, the Ukon supplements. There is so many amazing products. But these two right here, I put them in a pedestal. There are a need, hands down. People need water. It's a problem. Like there's gonna be wars about water. And then people need protection against EMF. Right now, they're working on 6G, 5G is all over. You know, so the advancement of technology is growing, so we need a protection. So that's why this is important. So for those that are gonna be here that wants to learn about the business, if you guys have your business hat on, your investor hat on, and you guys wanna see the opportunity, this is your section. If you're seeing the recording, this is the time. If you're just interested about the product, you can log off. But if you stay on, it's because you want to see how this business can really transform your life if you put in the work. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, because if I do run away, But what I'm saying is, if you put in the work the same way as you work your 9 to 5, the same way as you work in your body, if you work out, the same way as you work out hard in anything to achieve a result, if you put that in here too, you're gonna see the amazing light at the end of the tunnel. So if you guys here now, is because you guys agreed to see this business and agreed to at least check it out, at least see how this can be an opportunity of a lifetime. Because either we're working traditionally, either we're doing a 9 to 5, either we have our own business, either we are, but it's all traditional. It all requires time for money. Here, with if you work for like 2-3 years straight, non-stop, hardcore, you can really pull the foot off the gas. And then you can relax, and then whenever you feel, you can put back the foot on the gas. That's the beautiful part about this business. And you get to leverage a global business opportunity. That's to me, this is the amazing thing that I enjoy. So let me put you guys on game. The health and wellness market opportunity it's huge. In 2025, it pulled in $6.8 trillion. So imagine $6.8 trillion that any company that has to be in the health and wellness space, all of them combined together, this is how much money they made. And it's projected to reach $11 trillion by 2034. Meaning we're going to have so much money to make. So much money to make in this business. We're not going to go out of business. And so it's an amazing thing. And look, just in North America alone, it surpassed $2.5 trillion. So when I look at the market size, so like right now I'm studying the market in Colombia, I'm studying the market in Latin America, I get to see the numbers of Latin America. So when I was studying the market worldwide in the health and wellness industry, I was like, we got work to do all over the world. People are trying to biohack everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, people are going into the sauna, ice tubs. They're trying to live longer. They're trying to walk barefoot. They're trying to do it all. Just, eat supplements, eat healthier, make their own butter, make their own cream cheese. Like you see everybody like now in social media just telling you about not have ingredients in your food and eat wholly and all these things. So we have a holistic wellness company, ladies and gentlemen. So medical grade ionizers and radiation harmonizers. This is huge, guys. So let's look now about how can we make money with Enagic. So the goal started with $10,000 simple ambition. Like I got business partners now, they make 60, 70, 100, all the way to 200K a month. I've seen their checks. I've seen their bank stub, the thing that comes in every month. So let's not go there. Let's stay with a simple ambition, because when you start off, you have to have a tangible goal. And some people have so much limitations. That's why in the beginning, I always say, put your limitation to the side and let's really just lock hands to see a simple ambition as 10K a month. What would 10K a month do for you right now? What's up, Joseph? How are you, man? Joseph, tell us, what would 10K do for you right now? Alex, what would 10K do for you extra a month right now? It's something that when you think about it, you'd be like, yeah, I would have, I'll probably go to that trip. I'll put my kids, I'll buy them this thing that I wanted to do. I'll take my wife out. I'll buy her that ring that I wanted to do. Pay my bills, change my life drastically. Exactly. Who else is saying something? Let's see. So it's an amazing thing. Travel to Japan in June, Maggie says. I know, let's go, baby. So Alex, do you want to say something?
Oh, I thought you were asking me to speak, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it sounds good, but it's like you say, like you need to put the time on it, right?
Exactly.
So you either work on one thing or work on another one. So I don't know if this is like a full-time thing that I only going to be seeing $10,000 a month.
For sure. So I love your question. I love your question because this is what people are thinking. So yes, you have to put in the work. The only difference is when you take in like an opportunity like this and you put the same hard work for 2 years, you don't have to keep working as hard for the next 3, 4, 5, 10 years. You're now just managing, you're helping your team, you're just duplicating, you're doing events, you're flying to different countries, you're speaking in stages. So that is the only difference. When you work a traditional job and you have your own, let's say, work, or you have your own opportunity, or you have your own business, you sometimes you become the business. Like, if a lot of people, I've experienced this in my country, where people cannot step away for at least 3 days or 4 days because chaos goes all over. The same production does not keep happening if you are not around, because most people say, well, that's the boss business. I'm not gonna work as hard as him, and he's getting paid the millions and I'm not. So it's very hard in the traditional sense. Here, when you put in the hard work, you literally get to step the foot off the gas. So let's say you get to 10K a month. The next objective would be 20, 30K a month. So for you to get from 10 to 20K a month, now let me work differently. Let me start helping my team. Let me duplicate my team. Let me get other business people in my team. It's kind of like real estate. And this is what I will show you guys here in this section, how we actually make money. So when you understand this section, you start to see the vision on, oh, okay, now I see why it's different from the traditional. So let's say you make a sale to somebody, like I sell Alex a machine, boom, I make a direct commission. Simple. That's like real estate. You know, realtor sells a house, he makes a commission. You go into the second type of way of earning money, which is indirect sales. So let's say I sell to Alex a machine, Alex goes and sells to Juan a machine. So that Juan sale, for me, it's indirect, because now I've become Alex broker. So in the real estate game, it's basically where you have the realtors go and making sales for homes, and all those realtors belong to a broker agency. So the broker can have 100 realtors working for him. And so every realtor that makes a sale, the broker make an override indirect commission. So that's the typical sales gig. Like if you have people that sell cars, car salesmen, they go, you have the manager of the sales team, and then you have the actual salespeople in the lots. So the salesman sells a car, the manager of the sales team makes an indirect commission, which is the only difference between our business, which I will show you guys how different it is that you can actually earn, if not the same ratio as the direct to indirect sale, which you cannot see it in real estate, you cannot see it in life insurance. There's only a certain commission, and then once it goes to indirect, it's a lower commission. It's not almost the same, like 1-on-1. So here, once you get to the position where you have a team and your organization is reached like top ranks and you have people winning, making money, once you get here, you now start to earn passive income. Because remember what I said in the beginning, the company is a privately held company. So there's no stocks, there is no people controlling it. It's owned by one family, the Oshiro family from Japan. And it's $1 billion company. Right now, it's producing $1 billion every year. So if you look at that, they actually have set aside passive income and monthly and quarterly bonuses for top earners and top producers in the company. And those are the ones that get like the stocks in the stock market, but since it's private, it is controlled. And that's what I love about it, because it's not just, there's no opinions about random people and all of this stuff. So that's very important to understand. So this is the model that we have: direct, indirect, and passive income. So when you look at the direct sales plus the indirect sales, those equal to group sales. And so what I do and what my team does, all of that is group sales. So you guys gonna hear a lot of the group sales, so it make sure to pay attention. So now look at this. How does the 8-point system work? So this is the patent. If you look at this, This patent here, it's literally registered in 2011 and it was filed in 2005. And this patent is basically a protection for the distributor because the company have not changed this compensation plan for over 30 years. They've been paying people the same way for 30 years. And there's no other company that can copy this 8-point system because we have a patent. So it protects the company from other companies, and it's also protecting the distributor so the company doesn't be like, all of a sudden we changed the way we pay you guys. It's not gonna do that. It can't do that because there's a patent. So let's look at this. So this machine right here, this is the price, $5,890 plus tax. So when you look at this machine, it actually has a distribution preset budget, which is like a marketing budget for this unit. And it's split in 8 portions, okay? So you have 8 slices of pizza. And when you look at that, there's a 2,800 preset budget for the marketing because the company don't have no traditional marketing budget. They don't pay advertisement, they don't pay billboards, they don't pay athletes, they don't pay celebrities, they don't pay nobody except true distributors that been doing this business for a long time. And distributors that decide to do this business to show what it did for me, how it helped me and my family. So when I go and talk to Alex, I'm showing him how it helped my family, how it helped my wife, how it helped my in-laws, and it's true human connections. Because you might see your favorite athlete talking about Fiji water. You know, I saw this thing about Mayweather. He was talking about Fiji water and he had a Fiji bottle, and Mayweather has a machine. You know, so he's not going to promote Kangen because they're not willing to cut him a check. That's how they make money. They just put their name on something and they get a huge check. The company don't do that. So that's what I like it. So 2,800 for all of us to make, depending on the 8 points, and 1 point is $350. Okay, so let's take a quick look on how that works with the M-Guard. M-Guard, the same situation. There's a $600.40 preset budget for marketing. So this is how much people can earn potentially. But when you earn 1 point, you earn $80 from the 8 points from the marketing budget. So this product, it's $1,520 plus tax and income. When it comes into duties and the duties that you have to pay for taxes. So this right here, look at this now. We're gonna show you how do you scale into the business and how can you earn more from the pizza pie, from that 8-point slice of pizza that they pay for each product. How can you earn as much as possible? So when you start, you buy a machine, you're called a 1 agent. So you're a 1A. So if you sell a K8, you're gonna make $350. You're gonna get 1 slice of pizza. If you sell a M-Guard, you're gonna get $80. So your first requirement is to sell 2 direct sales as a 1A, and the third sale that you do, so number 3, you now become a 2 agent. Now you're making $700 for a K8 or $160 for an M-Guard. So meaning this $700, you got now 2 slices first. So whoever makes the sale gets the first pick of the slices. How many slices are you gonna take from the pizza? Meaning how many points you're gonna take from that commission, and whatever is left over goes up and forward to the broker, to the person that, because when you start to do this as an actual business partner, you become an agent, but then you have other people underneath you. Now you become their broker. So whatever they do, you start to get a cut depending where they at in your organization. So there's 2 steps to the compensation plan. First step is group sales. Once you qualify the group sales, like let's say here, to be able to become a 3A, you have to have 10 group sales, and the next direct sale that you do, the next one that you do directly, will make you a 3A. So now you're getting $1,050 for a K8 or $240 for an M-Guard. This is good commissions now. Now this is only 10 sales. The number 11 made you $1,000. So almost when you get to 3A, you already paid back your investment. Either you bought a K8 when you started, either you bought an M-Guard when you started, or if you bought both of them, if you sell both of them 7 to 10 times, you got your money back. So what business out there that can tell you, hey, you buy this tool, you sell this tool 10 times, you get your money back? That's amazing. So now to be able to go to 4 agent, 20 group sales requirement, the next direct sale, every time to open that new lane, you have to do it with the direct sale. So now you're making $1,400 for a K8 or $320 for an M-Guard. And once you get 50 group sales, the next one directly, now you open up 5A franchise lane and you make $1,750 or $400 for an M-Guard. And once you get to 100, now you sell the next one, you make $2,010 for a K8 or $480 for an M-Guard, and now you become a business partner with Enagic. They see you as a leader because you went to the threshold, you went to that point of like showing that, okay, you're worthy to become a real distributor and a real leader to duplicate what you did and show. Like, I'm a 6A, so my job is to show Ryan, to show Alex, and to show David, and to show everybody on here how to become a 6A. That is my job. And because if I do that, I actually have a different way that I earn money. So it's all good. Like, the company makes sure everybody's getting paid. So there's no envy there. I don't want, like, I want actually like Ryan, Alex, David, I want everybody to do better than me. I want them to become better. So this is a business that requires team effort. You're not going to be a lonely wolf working by yourself. You're going to be working with a team. And that's why I really love it. So for people that see this and be like, okay, can you show me how can it look in an actual real scenario? So imagine this bubble is you. And when you sell like this, those are direct sales. So we have that clear. And when somebody sells like this, those are indirect sale. So that's clear. So let's take Rose. Rose is your 2A franchise lane. So anything that does under Rose, you as the broker, you're gonna override always 2 slices out of the pizza. So let's look at that. So if Rose wants to become 2A2, she has to sell 3 directs. So let's say she goes and sells 3 directs. You're gonna get 160, 700, 700 for her sales. She's gonna get 80, 350 and 700, and you're gonna get 160, 700, 700, and then the rest goes up. So let's see how much does it go until it runs out. That's why this is not like one of those multi-level pyramids or those things that you have to have people and so many people, because there's only 8 points. There's only 8 points to get paid. And that's why I like, because they're not over promising, they're not overpaying anybody. So look at, if Phil does the same thing as Rose and he goes to 6A to 2A, you're gonna get 160, 700, 160. Imagine. And you don't even know these people. So let's say Bob sells and goes to 2A2. Joe, Jack, and John, boom, 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 700, 160, and 700. This is how much you're gonna make. And let's say if John goes and does the same, now it gets tricky. So let's look at this. So Dawn, Dave, and Dan, let's do the math. So how much it will be? There's only 8. So 1 to John, 2 to Bob, 2 to Phil, 2 to Rose, 1 to you. So now because of this, there's only 1 left because they paid John first, they paid Bob second, Phil third, Rose fifth, and whatever's left is for you. So now instead of $700 for this sale, it's only $350. Same for David, because 1A, that's your first requirement. But then we'll make John 2A. So let's look now. So 2 go to John, 2 to Bob, 2 to Phil, 2 to Rose, 0 for you. So this sale right here, it's considered as a non-8A sale because it doesn't generate no commission and it does not count for your group sale. So there's no counting for the effort. Now what you got to do, you got to keep selling direct. So let's say you sell to Ryan as a 3A, you sell him a KA, boom, $1,000 now. Because this is the beautiful part. You can keep selling directly infinite. And you just teach other people to do the same. Now you tap into indirect and direct sales. Woof. Imagine just having a bunch of indirect and direct sales until you get to the point of having passive income. That's what we want to get to. So that's what I'm working for. I'm working for my passive income, because right now as a 6A, there is no 7A, no 8A, 9A. What I have to do is like, I sell a machine, I get $2,000 if it's a KA, I get $480 if it's an M-Guard. But it gets boring there. I'm like, no. I gotta help Ryan become a 6A, because there's other ways that I can start earning passive income, and that's what now is more attractive. So the 8-point system is there to show you what's possible and to show you how to gain quick money. But for long-term money, for that long-term vision, you want to think about a team and helping them becoming 6A as well. And so now you go to 4A. Once you qualify, you sell a KA, $1,400. Boom. If you sell to Medi, you sell to me at 5A. Imagine you put me in your 5A lane, and boom, you sell me, you get $1,750. And once you sell, when you have 100 and you sell that direct, boom, you can get to 6A, 2,100. And look at this. If you play your cards right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 directs can make you a 6A if you can play your cards right. Like, let's say you get 7 people, 1As, 2As, 3A, 4A, 5A, and 6A, and you make sure they all sell 10. They all sell 10. Boom, you become a 6A. Simple. So let's do the last scenario. So imagine I'm in your 5A leg and I sell 10 machines the first month. I go ham, I start working, and I just sell a bunch of my friends. Boom, 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 boom. You're gonna get $1,750, $17,500 from my 10 sales. That's the override. This is why it's different than real estate. This is why it's different than car salesman, because the override as a broker, they can be higher depending on the beginning of that person's journey, because you're there to support them. So here, me, for these 10 sales, I'm gonna make 350, 350, 77, 77, all the way to 10. But the person, you put me there and I sold 10, you're gonna get $17,000. Boom. So now I'm gonna show you why you wanna become 6A. So when you become 6A, you have the 6A Step Up Awards for like the next 6 months. The company will keep paying you these rewards for momentum. They want you to keep the ball rolling. And this is what I want to talk about: educational allowance. And once you get to 6A, you get a one-time $3,000 bonus. So the company will give you $3,000 to celebrate your 6A achievement. Hey, you became a 6A. When we went to Japan and we got 6A, we got our check-in stage. Like, I got $3,000, my wife got $3,000. So we were able to have money in Japan, like, just to spend. Yeah, it was amazing. You know, that we spent like maybe $7,000 in Japan that time. We stayed for a month. So it was amazing. But the company actually paid us a bonus. That was not from 8-point system or nothing. That was just an extra bonus saying, congratulations, you got to 6A. So educational allowance. Why you want to become a 6A? Because once you're a 6A and you have these sales here, like Dan, which is a non-8A sale, that does not count when you're going to 6A. But once you're 6A, this counts now. And you're gonna get $150 for every educational allowance. Because the person that is super down in your organization and you don't get no 8 points and you make a sale, the company wants you to be motivated to keep helping your team, to keep duplicating, to keep showing them how to keep getting better. So even if they're away from 8 points and you don't get no direct commissions, no pizza left for you, you still get $150 to go buy your own pizza. You know, so imagine that month your team produced 20 non-8A sales, like 20 of these right here. You're gonna get $3,000 extra. So the company has everything broken down where you can keep earning money if you learn the system, you learn the compensation plan. If you study, like I work with the best team from Malaysia, they study this comp plan in and out. Every way that Enagic pays, they understand. and they study it. So when you ask them questions, they're taking advantage of every single portion, and they go for the most thing that makes sense, which is the long-term vision. So this is something that you guys can see. So something I'll share with you, this is I learned from my team. Fast track to 6A. When you get started, let's say you buy a K8 and you start selling like K8, M-Guard, whatever, you're gonna take 100 sales to become 6A. This is the regular road. But when you buy the Dual, you buy these two products and you promote these two products to your people, you can get to 6A in half of the time, 51 sales. 51 sales, every person buys a Dual K8 M-Guard, boom, you become 6A. So this is why I said this is so important. So if you look at it, the goal is to hit 6A in 90 days, 3 months. If somebody has the ability to work hardcore full-time, like what Alex was saying. But if you have a job already and you have your own responsibilities and you have your own things, you gotta really start to come at it as a part-time. Okay, so if I'm gonna do this as a part-time, how much time can I dedicate to this business? That's the first question. Second question, if you get that established and you say, okay, I can do 2 hours a day, this is where I have a window and I will give it all out, massive action, 2 hours every day, we're gonna be able to work. We're gonna be able to plug people up, we're gonna go through your contact list, we're gonna talk to people, we're gonna show them the same presentation to them. And this is the system we're showing you how to make money. Because you like Alex don't know this information. If you go try to sell this machine and you don't know this information, it's gonna be very hard. So what I want you to become good at is inviting, like learn how to invite to a call. People come to a call, they see the information, they wanna buy, boom, they buy under Alex organization, Alex get a commission, and then I get my override, which is that's how we work together. So it's an amazing thing. So if you only think about 5 leaders, 5 people like me under you that wants to work this business as a full-time, and if those 5 people make 10 dual sales each, meaning they sold 2 products 10 times, you become a 6A. It's how you frame it, is how you see it. Before, when I started this business, I used to think 6A was this, 101 sales. I was like, fuck, man, for me to hit 6A, I gotta sell 100 machines, and that's the framework that I have. But now, I just see it as like 5 people selling 2 duals, selling 2 products, which is 10 duals in one time. And if they do that, boom, I'm 6A. So you just have, it's like a math problem. You got to know how to make it look better, because if not, it becomes very impossible to achieve. So this is what we want to show you with the dual strategy that we have in our business. It's how you can basically become 6A in half of the time. And if people have the means, some people have the money, like I've sold some quads before. So these people are a different category, because this quad, it's like 4 products. You buy KA, you buy M-Guard, you buy the Ukon supplements, you buy the Anespa, the shower system. But these people, like if you sell these products, these 4 products 26 times, you become a 6A. And that's called the quad strategy. But not everybody can do it. It's not duplicatable, to be honest. If I don't sugarcoat anything. I want to stay as honest and clear with you guys. The market in today's world is very hard for people to do this, because this is about, I think it's around like $14,000 to $15,000 investment. So people don't really have $15,000 laying around to invest. But $6,000, $7,000, boom, they can. They can get a credit card. They can, because I can show you how to make your money back in 10 sales. That's my commitment, because I want to make money with you. So I'm willing to work with you. So that's the difference about this business and why I love the idea. So let me show you when you're a dual holder. Dual holder is 2 accounts. KA, your first account, your second account, M-Guard. So when you have like this established like this, both accounts will override a commission. So both of them, they're gonna get paid. So when you look at and you sell your first dual here, boom, you're gonna get $860. First sale, you're gonna get $860. And once you get to 3 sales of duals, the third one you sell, you become a 2A, boom, now you're making $1,290. Almost $1,300 off one sale, because there's 2 products that are happening, and because you have 2 accounts that will receive checks, because now you're your own broker. It's like, this is your broker and this is your agent. So you're selling, your broker gets a commission too, and then whatever's left will go up. That's why I like it. So here, once you get to 6 dual sales in your organization, once they, if they're direct, it's easier. You now make $1,720, almost $2,000 a sale. And if you only 6 sales, 6 dual sales, you are now making $1,720, almost $2,000. So let me tell you, why do I have this circle? This 3A, once you sell this, you got your money back, because you made $860, and $1,290, $1,290, $1,290, $1,290, and then $1,720. When you vibe that up, all of it together, if you have them direct, you basically made what this investment cost in the beginning, which is $7,400. You made this back in commissions. So it's an amazing opportunity. And for those that might look at the actual what is it called, the quad package, if you look now, you basically have 4 accounts, but you're only gonna work 2. This is the agent and this is the broker. So you're gonna sell everything under here. And if you sell quads, look at this, boom, your first sale, you're making $2,100. If you sell 3 quads, the third one, you now made almost $3,000 a sale. If you sell 4 quads, now you become a 3A, boom, that's almost 4,000. That's 3,600 a sale. If you go to 4A, and this is where you got your money back as a quad. If you spend, like, let's say a quad, you invested $14,000, you bought KA, Anespa, Ukon, Shower, and then you bought the M Guard, and you sell 4 of them, you made your money back. And when you go to 6 sales, 6 quad sales, now you're in 4A. Imagine 6 quads to become a 4A. In the traditional route, you have to sell 20 machines to become a 6A, to become a 4A. And here you're making $4,300. 13 quads, boom, $5,000 a commission, because now you become a 5A. And 26 quad, you're a 6A now, and you made almost $6,000 a sale. Guys, this is huge. But I still believe the dual package, it is the package that we all need. So the goal is to hit 6A, which is around 65 to 80K that you'll make in commissions. And that's just the beginning. This is literally just the beginning, the milestone that you want to hit. So here, let me show you guys a long-term vision real quick before I close it out. So I always like to do this, because once a man, once a woman, once a brother and sister, once people know where they're going and they have that address locked in, that GPS, we can now go there, guys. This is why I preach this stuff. So let me show you guys the passive income goals. So when you look at 6A, is just the beginning. You got $3,000 bonus. You got 101 sales in your organization. Boom. Now you're working on what? Your retirement strategy. The next level is 6A2. 6A2, you now get a $6,000 bonus, and now you're on your way, because you help 2 people become 6A. And now you get monthly and quarterly bonuses for all your volume. And once you go to 6A2-2, that's when you help 2 of your 6As become 6A2s. Now you're gonna make $12,000 bonus, and you're gonna basically help them make $6,000 each bonus. And now you get monthly and quarterly bonuses as well. And once you get to 6A2-3, This is where you make $25,000 bonus and $5,000 every month for life. Imagine what would $5,000 for life do for you right now, where you don't have to, if you don't make sales every month, it's okay, because you got, this is the retirement plan. Most retirement plan, like my stepfather in the US used to make about $3,000 to $4,000 a week. He used to work in Magna. It was like they work for BMW and all this stuff. And now his retirement plan is like $3K. From $3K every week, now he only gets that every month. So imagine the real retirement plans that they're selling us in the traditional route, and you slave up all crazy. It's not really doable. Here, you're looking at something that is guaranteed $5,000 every month for life. Guys, can you see the crazy vision here? And let me just open it up for the rest. So 682-3, now that's just the beginning, because 682-4, $10,000 for life. Dash 5, $15,000 for life. Dash 6, $20,000 for life. Dash 7, $40,000, and the list goes on. It's so much money. We can, like, there's the first person that became Dash 8. This guy makes now $80,000 for life if he sells or don't sell, and he got a bonus of $800,000. That's huge, guys. And this is Simon, my mentor. He's 32 years young. Simon, this guy right here. And he's a Dash 4. And he has a strategy where he owns 2 of the accounts underneath him as Dash 3s. 2 Dash 3s, and he's a Dash 4 here. Meaning he gets $5,000 every month here, $5,000 every month here, $10,000 every month here. And that's just the minimum. If you have higher requirements, if you have higher volumes, you can make more than the $5,000 or $10,000 or $20,000 every month. And this is Mingwei. Mingwei, he's a Dash 5. It's still 32 years. This guy's younger than me and making all this money. It's amazing. Look at his dad, Mr. Amos Sia. This is the big dog. This is the guy that started Malaysia, all over Asia. He went with his son to India. Then with Simon, they went into Dubai, Turkey. They went to Nigeria, and they opened up Enagic offices. Like, they had so much work in those places that Enagic was like, let's open an office for them. So that's what we're doing in Latin America right now. It's a huge vision, guys. This is amazing. So this is why I shared this with you guys, so you guys can have the roadmap and understand how it works. So when you're looking at an opportunity, this is 5 boxes that have to tick. You have to make sure, if anything you're trying to do to make money on and have it as something that will require time from you, you have to make sure the company is solid, the product it's amazing, the market needs what you have, the financial reward, and the timing has to be right. Like I said in the beginning, there's 3 million machines sold worldwide, and we have 8 billion people, guys. That's not even 1%. This is the perfect time to be in this business, guys. So let's go. I get pumped up, guys. So let me finish it up by saying, what you need is a high ticket product now that resonate with your lifestyle. You need a support team, a community, people that share your same vision. This is super important to have people in your corner with the same vision, because you guys not gonna clash. You guys only gonna rise like the sourdough. It just rises. So steadfast accountability to help you stay grounded, to ensure your success. Like, you guys can ask Ryan how much, I'm on top of him. I show him, and he knows that I come from a brotherly love because I want him to win. David knows the same thing. So it's important. We're here to help elevate each other. I'm not gonna fluff nothing up. I'm not gonna tell you what you need to hear. I need to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. So that's how this game is. And guess what? I have that same thing up above me. Simon, Mingwei, Mr. Amos. They're always telling me stuff that I need to hear. So it's super important. And then consistent mindset work, personal development, guys. I cannot stress this enough. You got to work on yourself, develop, read books, listen to podcasts, grow, and go. Make sure you learn something, you apply something. Learn something, apply something. That's the way to do it, because a lot of people are stuck consuming information, but they don't get stuck doing no information. That's another analysis paralysis movement, where people are just consuming, no action. So there needs to be a thing. Learn something, supply something. I like that. I like that, Terry. And lastly, effective marketing tools and system, which is what we can offer through our medical grade water ionizer, the EMF technology. So it's basically once you get your products, and then you're gonna join a like-minded, driven people with purpose that want freedom from life. And then we have daily calls, we have one-on-one chat calls where we're coaching you. We have the weekly meetings that happens every Thursday. We have weekly meetings for the Spanish community that happens every Tuesday. So we're here live working this. And then quarterly team workshops in Malaysia. Every quarter, there's an event in Malaysia. So if you guys start the team and join with us, we work for 4 months. We're all gonna go to Malaysia. We'll go to Bali. We'll create an actual, what is it called? Like a group retreat where we can mastermind, we can grow as people, we can create content. That's what we need to do. So True Legacy is already in place. That's the system that we can offer you. And it's already 80% done. The remaining 20% is up to you. It's your work. And something that I'll tell everyone here in this call, that 20% that's left that needs to be your work, that you need to give it 101%. 101%. Because if you got 2 hours to spare every week, those 2 hours, you're gonna work like your life depended on it, because you're trying to change your trajectory. Teamwork make the dream work. Exactly. And that's why we're here, to help you elevate. So you get started, you buy your product, you get your distributor ID. There's different options to get started. I'm gonna show you the options. Option 1, you get a starter pack, you get a K8. You can even start with an M-Guard, guys. There's ways to get that going as well. And then the dual package, that you're gonna have two IDs that are gonna generate income. And then lastly, there's the quad package, but I still believe that the dual package is where it's the powerful, duplicatable system that you can actually take charge over. This right here, because everybody can do this. And so we're here to show you that. And something I'll share with you guys here on the call, there is an amazing opportunity right now. It's a new financing available through PayPal, because the M-Guard, it's a product that is shipped from Malaysia. So there's import duties, there's import tags, and has to be paid full. There's no financing options through the company. So we found this in PayPal. You can get a 4 payment plan, no interest, with almost $500 every month. For 4 months, you pay off your M-Guard. This is awesome, guys. This is something that's never seen before. So really hop on this. And if you can't do the $500 a month, you can go with the little interest and pay $100 a month for 24 months, and you have your M-Guard. Easy, guys. Easy. It's not a large cost. It's a small fee to start making money. Because think about it. You buy an M-Guard, you can't even afford the machine. You get an M-Guard, $100 a month. And in your first month, you sell 3 duals. You paid off your M-Guard, and now you got money to buy your K8. That's how you got to think about it. So please, it's a no-brainer, like Ryan said right there. So last option I'll show you here, you basically pay in full, or you find financing through third parties. We can help you to apply for a credit card, so you can actually get your credit to be able to buy your dual package. And then the last one, for people that don't have no credit, nothing like that, but this applies for the other products, not the M-Guard. There is an in-house Enagic payment plan. There's an additional $40 per month that you'll have to pay, but then you have to start with a down payment, which is an initial for your down payment investment. Like for K8, you're looking around less than $2K. $2,000, you get to start and you make payments to the company. That's all the different options. We're here to show you the clear vision, guys. If we wanted to, I eliminate number 3. I get you to pay in full financing, because doing the third way, I don't get my full commissions, which is okay. We're here to really lock hands and show you how to work with us. So I'm giving you the whole sauce here. There's no gatekeeping, nothing. It's only showing you guys how to move forward and how to move up. The only way to go in this business is going up. So that's it. So what makes this eNagic business different, guys? It's a high ticket commission plan with the 8-point patented compensation plan that you guys saw, which is amazing. No signing up fees. Once you buy your product, you're in business for life. No monthly qualification. You don't have to stock inventory or load them in your house and become like a warehouse. There's no annual renewal. Once you in business, you buy your machine, you buy your M-Guard, you buy your K8, you're in business for life, guys. And you can work remotely. You can go to Starbucks and work for 8 hours a day and use their Wi-Fi. You know, that's literally how it is. Run ads. We'll show you how to run ads, how to do organic marketing. We'll show you how to create marketing material like videos that can help you, and we'll be able to do things as a team, and so we can all rise and elevate. And the amazing part is, since this is a global opportunity, those 44 offices that I showed you guys in the beginning, all of those offices, the staff members that works, they're working for you. You have people in Dubai that trying to make a sale. Boom. They buy a machine, the staff member, they're working for you. They have to process that sale underneath your ID, and you're gonna get the commission. So literally, let's build a global business, guys. And so my commitment, Ryan's commitment, David's commitment, Maggie's commitment, everybody's commitment to you that are watching this, if you're here live with us, or if you're seeing this as a replay, our commitment is what? If you have 10 referrals, we show you how to close them. And once these people start, you basically get your commission to pay off your investment. I want you to be free from the investment. I want you to make your money back that you invested. You have the best health products in your family's life, and you have a business that now you can start working, that you covered your investment. If you have the traditional business, how much time does it require for you to get your investment back? Minimum 2 to 3 years, if you're lucky. Some people 5 years. I seen my friends building a restaurant. They built a food truck. It took them like 4 years. They went out of business. They opened an actual restaurant, and they're still trying to make it. They're still not broken even. They're still in debt. And it's been 7 years. So the lucky ones, maybe 3 years, you'll do well, you get your money back. Here, we're showing you from 1 month to 12 months by this referral system to others, showing them, caring for other people, serving people, adding value to people. You'll get your investment back, and you'll have the products for you and your family. So this is how I'm gonna end this, and I'm gonna drop the mic, guys. So which one are you in this call? If you're watching the replay, if you're still here with us, please put in the chat, which one are you? Are you a 0, which is no interest, no thank you, I don't want nothing to do with this business, I don't like the products, I don't like this business, thank you for this information, but I am good. I don't take my health seriously, I'm fine. Okay, number 1, product lovers, people that want just the product, people that might be rich, people that might have the money, they don't want nothing to do with the business. It's okay, it's all good. We can still show you how to actually have the product. So tell the person when you get back to them, hey, I'm a number 1, get me signed up. The number 2, Terry says, I'm a number 3. Let's go, Terry. So number 2 is, I want to get my money back. I want to do this business enough for me to get my investment back. Perfect. We can show you how to do that. That's what we're here. David put 3, you know. So number 3, this is not for the faint of heart. This is for the career change people that are trying to get away from traditional and really want to scale and want to grow and want to have a team and want to be able to help other people at a scale where there's 2,000-3,000 sales happening every month underneath your organization. Like my good friend Mingwei, and he literally has minimum, the worst months, 3,000 to 4,000 sales that month. His best months, 6,000 sales in 1 month. Bro, all from India. Last time he traveled to India, they had 3,300 sales in 1 month. No, I think it was 1 week, because they did an event, they had people, and then 3,300 people signed up. Tell me that shit. How is that possible? That's a career change. That's number 3 right there. Exactly. So now when we lock hands and we start working together, guys, this is what we can achieve. So I'm gonna stop sharing, and I'm just gonna tell you guys something real quick. So I literally appreciate everyone that was with us in this call. It really means a lot, because you took some time. It was almost 2 hours of pure information, and I try not to ramble. I try to keep it where it's more about the energy, the things that you need to know, because I've been in this business for 9 years. So I try to compress 9 years of information to you guys, so you guys can know how to do this business, and for the people that are watching, how they can get started with a team that can really help you scale. That's literally it. So please get back to the person that sends you this video, especially for those, because I know there's going to be 1 million people watching this. So for those 1 million people watching, get back to the person that sends you this video, because they truly care about you. They truly want you to win in life. Because let me tell you something quick. When we are sick financially, when we don't have the money, a lot of the other sickness, the chronic diseases starts to come. Everybody that got to become chronically sick sometime is because they were sick financially. And if they were rich and they got sick physically, it's because they never knew how to use that wealth, and they used it for stuff that actually destroyed their health. So look at this, guys. Let's really take care of our temple. This is why this business is amazing. Like, this water is anti-aging, it's anti-oxidant. It's gonna help you become youthful. So when you invest in this product for you and your family, and you help other people do the same, we all win. We all win. So I'll leave it at that, and I'll be able to stop, because this is a long video. I want it to be enough for you guys to get enough value. So I appreciate you, and I'm gonna stop the recording. And if you guys miss these calls, because after the recording, we actually open it up. We start talking about things. We start to show a lot of the insights that happen with our distributors, with our people doing in the work. So make sure to come next Thursday, and I'll see you guys. We're out. Let's go.